down in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Jaguars. Next on EA.
Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Jacksonville. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Pushing the pace right away to start the game. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Lance dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far. Trying to work quickly now. From the 42. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Throwing the out route complete.
Whether they meant to go to him or is an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6.
79 Broncos. Come on. Set.
They're going for this. And it falls incomplete. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They've got a man in motion. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Jaguars, well, they must be thinking pass here, huh? They're in the dime. 3rd down coming up. Stroud off the play fake. Buying some time right. He's running for it. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. From the right hash, 55 yards out. Could be our first points here. No! Off the crossbar and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Complete beyond the marker. catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hits him on the out route. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top.
We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing his lands. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Forced out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Nick Herbig making the play. Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Third down, 1 yard to go.
On the quick, right?
Motioning one of the tight ends. Third down, Mixon gets it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Jags pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Escapes out to the left. He's got it near the 8. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Moves slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, or on to Mixon. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Texans trailing on the scoreboard. Running back sent in motion. From the gun, Stroud. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Stroud now on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motioning the tight end left. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Connection made to Judy. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. Jags pick it up. Along the right sideline, there's space. Into the red zone. And Jacksonville makes a Hasco touchdown. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and this running back headed back out for a new series. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Tight end in motion right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tight end going in motion here. From the 35 on 2nd down. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. On play action, here's Stroud. Connects on the crosser. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action here. Wilson on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On the option, here's Mixon. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
On the quick, right?
Keeping it with Mixon. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by Fourier Oluokun.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Shotgun now, first round. Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
All right.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. On the ground again with Mixon. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Washington now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, set.
Back to the well again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Looking to throw Lance. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the... Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Throw on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. That's going to be caught by Washington. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Three slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34. That's incomplete left side. Looking for the back that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And pass cut by Strange. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's good for another Jaguars.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Completed over the middle. Touchdown, Jacksonville! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Stroud from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. Keeps it moving. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now within 1 score in the 4th. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's a handoff. He loses the football. And the Texans grab it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play. So just like all
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Got it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Huh.
From the 36. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Lance. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And not much there, but enough to get across the 45. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars leading by 7. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Another carry for him. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Go.
Back to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down at the 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
70 range.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Gets it to the 15. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Honest Little for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
Tony.
Stroud to throw again on second. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
To throw. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Throwing now. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Complete right side to Washington. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll try and punch it in. Punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars have likely locked up the win right there. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, one more snap to play here.
Here we go.
One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one.